guys to another video of my Leicester City career mode. In this episode I am going to get through two crucial games, one in the Capital One Cup against Crystal Palace, which I think I can win. There's also going to be a game off camera, which is going to be Southampton in the league, and also Borussia Dortmund at home in the Champions League group stage, which is hopefully I can get a draw from, and hopefully put up a good fight against Dortmund. Also in this episode I've got to show you the result that I did get against West Ham, which I'll show you after the game against Crystal Palace. And also my setup's not going to be the same as it normally would be on the table, like setup, so you can see the whole screen. It's going to be like I had it in the old videos that I did. This is only going to be for this video, but I thought, but because my iPad's charging at the moment, it can't reach, and I need to get this video recorded now. So I'm having to do that with my old setup. I hope you guys don't mind a change just for one episode, but enough of me talking, and then let's get into this episode. Guys are new to the channel, this is my old setup that I normally have. You can't really see most of the screen, but anyway, we're going to get into this game against Crystal Palace in the Capital One Cup. The team I'm putting up is Arrizabalaga, Christian Fuchs, Chancellor Mbemba, Robert Huth and Callum Chambers. My three centre mids are going to be Kante, Gray and Saive. My left mid is going to be Sinclair, my striker is going to be Vardy, and my right midfielder is going to be Mahrez. Halfway through this game, and it is 0-0 still. Not much action has happened. It's been pretty much end-to-end stuff without goals, to be honest. Well, that's pretty much how the game's gone. Yeah, not much more I have to say, really. Let's get into the second half. And in the 49th minute, I have conceded. It was a cross that I think it's Yannick Bolasie heads in. That's Lee Chuang Yao. And then it comes to, yeah, Bolasie, who just heads it in. It's now 1-0 Crystal Palace. The 70th minute, I'm making some substitutions. Okazaki's coming up front. Origi's going on to the right. And Conte's moving back into the defence, with Drinkwater coming into midfield. 84th minute, and Zaha's just confirmed Crystal Palace's progression into the next round of the Capital One Cup. I just haven't performed well in this game, and I just couldn't defend. I went on like all out attack, trying to get a draw and try and get it to extra time or something. I think that's why it is, and maybe even penalties, but it seems unlikely now, and it seems like we're going out of the Capital One Cup. As you can see there, we did lose 2-0. Now let's get on to the Dortmund game. No, the Southampton game and the Dortmund game, but first I need to show you the result of the West Ham game. That was a 0-0 draw. I'm now going to play this game against Southampton off camera, show you the result, and then we'll get into the Dortmund game. This game would have been played yesterday. This is a new day. This is actually the day it will get uploaded. But actually I've been joined today to make this game even harder than what it would be. I've got a friend who's come round who's going to be playing as Borussia Dortmund.
And your ass is about to get wrecked.
Yes, unless you'll play like you did in the last game. But you shouldn't, because you have improved a lot since then. But anyway, I'm going to run through the teams. I'm playing Sinclair, Origi and Mahrez, Saive, Gray and Kante, Callum Chambers, Chancellor Mbemba, Robert Huth and Christian Fuchs, and Kepa Arrizabalaga is in goal. And for Borussia Dortmund, he's playing Royce, Cavani and Mkhitaryan, Castro, Bender and Gundogan, Durham, Hummels, Socrates and Lichtensteiner, and Berkey is in goal. And if you are wondering who I am joined with today,
go subscribe.
Yeah,
Football Fanatic.
Football Fanatic. I've shouted him out a lot of times in my videos. But anyway, enough of us talking about the squads. Let's get into the game, and I'll probably lose. For a minute, I'm already I'm 1-0 down. It has been a bit of end-to-end game, but
This is a sick goal, I've got to admit. It's brilliant.
you just get so much space outside of the boot, curls it in, and Arrizabalaga, with all his best efforts at
No
saving
chance.
it, had no chance as it was placed in the bottom corner.
Not even Neuer would have saved that. Great goal.
I think that was Gonzalo Castro who scored it.
Great goal.
Yep. It's half time and it's still 1-0. I'm making my 3 substitutions, and Vardy, Drinkwater and Moore are all coming on. Ben's only been able to make 2 substitutions because Hummels picked up an injury and Piszczek had to come on. So what's your substitutions you making?
Kagawa on for Castro. I would have took Gundogan off, but I didn't want to because he'd been playing Beast and Aubameyang for Cavani. Cavani's just been playing absolute poop.
I did lose 1-0. It was a close game, very, very tight game. And yeah, I don't really have to say much more. Other than I did have a lot of good chances in the game, and I'm surprised I never put any of them away. So in my next episode, guys, I have to say I'm going to play Arsenal, and then I will play the international games off camera, and because they're only World Cup qualifiers. And then I'll also play the Chelsea and Fenerbahce game as well in the next episode. So look forward to that in the next episode. And I will see you then.